let's see how this game is gonna go. I've never played it before, so here goes nothing. Yes. Um it's gonna play through the story mode, I'm pretty sure, because I honestly don't know what to do in this game, so I guess we'll. Play doesn't. And alright, so what's it gonna ask me? Okay, I guess I'll click on this. Oh, that is quite loud. I'm gonna turn the sound down. It is quite a bit louder than me. Okay, and what does it want me to click on? It says Wisteria at the bottom. The letter E. And I can put it anywhere I want on this. That looks good. What is this? That's an upside. So where can I put that? I could put that here. Or up here. Oh, that caused the plant to bounce off. And I can replant the plant on the side. And it's given me another sign. And there's a crow on it. Oh, looks like clicking on it scares the crow away. We'll move on to the next scene. What does that say? Can't even read it. That on the front. I'll put it on this arrow. View the others. Select seed. Plant on the back. Plant it right behind where the other one was. Let's see if that works. Looks like it does. And it wants us to place a bottle. Place objects near plants to grow them. Interesting. So if I continue to place these next to the plants, like here, and if they don't stay, I'll be able to keep growing the plants. Interesting. And it just immediately moves me on to the next item by the looks of it. Oops, I didn't want to drop that one. I'm not even sure where I'm supposed to be putting these, to be honest. Let's put them anywhere where there's space. I don't know if it matters too much where I put them, as long as they're next to the plants in some way. And it's all just falling on the ground. I'm not sure that's the intention. Interesting. Alright, and the next stage. More crows flying by. Select seed. Plant the seed here on the side. Interesting. It went above it. And it's giving me another sign. It wants me to place it up here somewhere. Let's place it in the like an actual sign would look. It caused the seed to bounce off. So I'll replace the seed here. And I'll continue to place the objects around the seed to help it grow. Unfortunately, that did not seem to work. That did. I'm not sure if I have to put it above, below, beside in order to work best. But it is definitely helping it grow a little bit. Because I can already move on to the next scene. I'm not sure what determines whether or not I can move on to the next stage, whether it's plant growth, something else. using up all materials. Doesn't seem to be. It's an interesting little game though, don't you think? Well, let's see. Next, to pick up the seed first. And I'll plant it near the top. And I'll put the sign down here. And this sign down here. I wonder what this does. I'm gonna place more signs first. How do I put this down? Looks like I can't. I have to keep placing more signs, it seems. But I can harvest extra seeds now. And this one as well. These two. Create another seed. Another wisteria seed. And it looks like I can plant it. Perhaps if I plant it over here, will that help it grow? I'm not sure what the strategy is here exactly. Let's put one of these red signs up. Where should I put it? Maybe up here. Another one on the outside of the structure. There's so many signs. I wonder if I'm going to be able to fit them all on the structure or not. But interestingly, it's helping more seeds grow. So maybe it is working after all. Looks like I can produce another seed yet again. Somewhere like here. I've let some grow. Perhaps not. How about there? It seemed to work. And yet again I can plant it somewhere else. Like here. And perhaps I can plant another flower somewhere? How about right below the first one? Here. Looks like I didn't grow enough flowers, so I have to restart. It looks like I have to place them. I have to place the seeds first and collect the seeds, and then place the signs so that they grow too. I never really thought of that. Well, let's see how it goes. Let's give it a different design from what we had last time. Oh, looks like I can harvest another one. And two more. Allows me to create another seed. Now I should plant the new ones as soon as I can, so that they can continue growing just like the other. That way, I can be assured that I won't run out. Accidentally placed one. Well, that's okay. It's like I can just place more. I don't know how to put this down. Oh, it seems like it's right click. Put it down. Now I can plant yet another one. How about we put this one on the back? Seems like there's ample space for it to grow over there. And yet another bud has appeared. So now I can pick this up again. put it beside it. Alright. I don't know what to do here. It seems like once again we haven't grown enough. It doesn't seem to tell me why. Do I have to put the signs close together, further apart? I don't know. Oh, it seems like I have to put the signs close to the flower in order for the radius and for it to grow. Yes. Seems to be it. Didn't notice that before. But I also don't want to overcrowd them too much, because then I want space. This way it affects both of the plants and helps them grow. Wonder if this is close enough. Seems like it was. Or even if I put things on the back, are they close enough? Or on top? Looks like that worked as well. And now I can place yet another seed down. And put it on the side, the corner here somewhere. Seems like that's not a valid placement, so I don't want to put it right next to the old ones, but maybe this place works. That way when I put this sign down here, it affects all of them. Yes, now I'm confident I'll have enough. I just need to plant this one. I think. Let's put it over here. And I can also harvest this next one. Bring this here. Quite a few. These plants. Move it on the back, maybe? I should plant the next one. Can I put this one on the top corner? Does that work? Yes, now it looks like I can place it there. And finally, I have developed enough to go into the next scene. That was slightly more challenging than I had expected, but once I understood the mechanic, then it was... You've unlocked these objects for use in creative mode. That's good to know. This crate contains new seeds. Okay. I wonder what this is. It's called Pothos. So I can use that, or Wisteria. We always start with the new plant. Pothos. Planters give maximum growth, so let's put it on. There. Beautiful, isn't it? The design of this game, it's incredible. And it looks like I can plant yet another one already. But what happens if I try and plant one on the back here? Does this also work? Doesn't seem to work the same, it only works on the front of the planter. Oh well. It's alright. At least we know now. Zoom in by scrolling with the mouse wheel. And here's Another pothos seed. I did not intend to plant it on the side like that. So be it. I'm okay with that. I'll find a way. What happens if I just stack the tires? Oh no. It's like that destroys the plant if I'm not careful. I'll continue to stack the tires. How unfortunate. Might have to restart this one. I'll plant it in a more advantageous location. Like on this side of the car, perhaps. This lets me place the tires almost anywhere and it will affect the growth. Just enough. I can once again try and stack the tires for more growth. Although it doesn't seem like it's producing as many seeds as I had hoped. Perhaps putting the wheels directly on the car were, not the best idea. Finally, it seems like I have developed a seed. But it's only 2 seeds, it's not nearly enough. Here we go, that is enough. No, I still need 1 more. Oh no! Finally, I've developed enough seeds to grow a second one. Now let's put it on the side of the car. Let's see if I can grow more like this. Oh dear. It seems like that's too destructive. Perhaps I should try stacking them again. That seems like the simplest alternative. The simplest method, rather. I'll plant it on top of the car so that it doesn't get interfered with by the tires so easily. If I put it in the corner, that's already enough for it to... Oh dear, it's not. If I keep dropping it off the side, does that... Oh dear, does that allow me to keep going? Seems like it doesn't. Only works a finite number of times. Oh dear. I can see every time that the wheels touch the plant, it loses some progress. Which is not what we want to see at all. We want to see these plants grow and flourish to the best of our abilities. It seems like we can finally grow a second plant. Where should I put it? Perhaps also along the front. And it appears as though the tires in this pile over here will be sufficient. Potentially. Although it is a dangerous game, it seems. Every tire that we place down, it's all the more likely that the pile will fall. And then what will we do to our plants? I don't want them to die. I don't want them to break. But it seems like that was sufficient. All we needed was 2 plants. And I didn't even notice that it had wrapped around the back fence. How pretty. You've unlocked new objects for creative mode. Yet another seed is here. Where might we put it? Maybe we should put it here where we found it? Here. If you scroll up and down, you can rotate an object. That is quite the large object. Let's put it down for now and pick up the seed first. This can go in the center. That would be a nice for it to go. And another one on the back, perhaps. And here we can switch seeds from Wisteria to Pothos, if we wish. I think I will stick with Wisteria. And here I can harvest 2 more seeds. And this is sufficient for us to plant a second one. How about on the back this time? Right on the side. I'll see if this is enough. If this can hit both. Seems like yes, I can place it on top, and that actually does help somewhat. And look, 2 more seeds have sprouted. And perhaps I should begin populating on the other side, or perhaps even on top. This one, yet again, looks like it'll impact everything. And this one, perhaps I can get it to influence more than I thought. Don't want to break any plants. And it looks like I can grow yet another one now. But where should I put it? That side is much too populated now. It's time to move on to gradually onto the other side of the platform. And immediately more begins to grow. Once again over the top. Let's just put these last few signs on, just to see how it looks and how it goes. And it looks like yet another one could have been placed down. Let's place it down just for the sake of it. See how it looks. And on the inside too. How pretty. At all the rosebuds. All the berries on the wisteria tree. Looks like we've unlocked new objects for use in creative mode once again. Looks like we have yet another plant to grow. What will it be this time? Monstera. Look at those beautiful leaves. This is also a planter, it says. So we can place it inside and see how it grows. Look at that massive flower. It seems like this one grows vertically as opposed to like a vine being around the planter like the other one. Or perhaps it too can grow on the wall behind. We shall see in a later stage. I am curious as to what we're being shown here. Here it looks like we have a chainsaw, and here it looks like we have a vacuum. Neither of which I think are particularly great for taking care of a plant. Well, what can we do with it? So that's the vacuum. And this is a chainsaw. But what do we do with these? I sure am curious about it. Perhaps I'll put this near the ground so that maybe it'll crawl upwards on the pole. And this one, I'll perhaps have it growing out behind here next to the bottle, next to the drain. Curious, aren't they? I'm gonna park the car. Park the car as I think a car would be parked in here. Does that work? Looks like it does. And then I'll put the 2 tires here next to it. See, and as I thought, it does seem to creep up the lamppost. A traffic cone. Parking sign. And what is this last object here? A parking meter. Interesting. I do think the parking meter should be placed on the sidewalk, as should the sign. Oh, okay, it says use the vacuum to collect many fruits. Interesting. And here I can switch seed. I think I'll continue to use this seed though. Let's put it somewhere else. How about... Oh no, I think the wisteria would look quite nice here as well. Or even the pothos again. Let's try the pothos. I'll put it on top of the car this time though. And the car parking sign should also go on the sidewalk somewhere. How about next to the previous parking meter? But this should go somewhere on the ground. How about next to the car here on the line? And it looks like we can harvest yet some more plants. Some more seeds. And it looks like we can continue on to the next next stage already, but I just want to place a couple more things down. Let's strange how there are so many trash cans in this location. Or at least they let us place multiple. There's also a garbage bag here to go alongside it. And a second trash can. I wonder where that would go. How about on the sidewalk here? And these bottles definitely scattered around it. That would make the most sense to me. And look how many seeds we gotten from this. That's a lot, isn't it? Look how many seeds that spawned. But it makes me wonder what the chainsaw does as well. I see it allows us to return a seed back. Very interesting. Aha, I see now why they had us do that. So let me move these back, or I want to plant these elsewhere. What is this? Perhaps I could grow it off of the side of the shopping trolleys aisle. As well as here. Perhaps the cracks in the ground as well. And I will plant yet another, can I do that? Looks like I can't. Looks like I'm stuck with these plants. But not a problem. I'll plant this one on the platform here. And it looks like I can plant yet another, place yet another car. And when it's sideways like this, I can place it the other way around. Oh dear, it seemed like that caused a little bit of damage, but hopefully it's not too severe. And this car will yet again have 2 tires next to it. And this giant pipe cover? Manhole cover? I can't tell what it's supposed to be. Probably both, perhaps? I'll have that lying in front of the shopping cart. And now I'm going to place another. This one is going to be coming out of the drain here. And this one. From between the cracks in the sidewalk here. And now I'll try and line up the shopping trolleys, perhaps, if they will fit. Oh dear. Seems like that is not an option. I'm surprised that... Oh, maybe I have to place it just more carefully? Yeah, looks like that's the case. And I have to replant this because it destroyed the entire plant here, unfortunately. So let's try putting these outside instead. Oh dear. Oh no, that's awful. It keeps destroying the plants. It's not what we want at all. But now it's all completely covered. I don't think that's a problem anymore. Perhaps if I try and put one on top of the car, it'll allow this tree down here to grow. It's causing far too much damage, far more than I would have wanted. let's move on. We've unlocked these objects for use in creative mode. It looks like we have a fire hydrant which we didn't actually get to use. I can't tell if there's a sidewalk section. More signs, the manhole cover. I'm surprised. Oh, we did get the shopping cart. I'm surprised we didn't get a car. That's okay. And this is as a planter as well. Perhaps not, because that didn't jump it to max growth. And looks like I can grow a second one of these. What if I swap the kind of flowers that I have to this one? Looks like this one needs more energy to grow. Perhaps I should swap back to this one, because it seems like the growing environment isn't quite as favorable here. Oh dear. That's not what we wanted. That's not what we wanted. That's not what we wanted. That is unfortunate. Perhaps we need to restart this one. Indeed, I'll put this one back where it started. This one I'll have it grow out of the tire again, but I'll be much more careful with how I place things around it this time. Yes, it seems that if I place it carefully enough, it should all be okay. What if I try and stack it on top? But that didn't seem to interfere. Oh, it's a little bit higher than I expected it to be. Now I'll swap plant types. And I'll have some wisteria. Perhaps growing on the planters behind, on the columns behind. Hopefully that works. Or perhaps on this sign here, because there's more empty space down the bottom. You can perhaps put the signs here on the back. Curious locations. Waiting these to grow. I heard the sound of yet another seed, but I don't know where it is. Ah, there we go. Perhaps I could even try growing it off the side of this. See how that fares. That's a little close to the tires. Perhaps here. Looks like I can harvest again. Now let's use the third one. Perhaps that works. But we shall see. I want to be very careful not to destroy the other plants. but it's very difficult. They're very delicate. I even place more signs without damaging them. Every time I'm afraid of it. Afraid I might hurt them. That's not what we want. Definitely looks like we could probably make do with one more of these. It's planted down here next to the traffic cones. And I want to see if I can place down more tires without damaging this flower, but I'm very, very cautious. Oh dear, that's not what we wanted at all. Ah yes, perhaps this way I can grow more. Oh dear, it seemed like that took away one of the leaves of the Monstera. But not to worry. You can plant something else. You can try planting this in the back. A space which has not yet really been made use of. And it looks like we have created sufficient amount of greenery. Look how much there is around here. Unfortunately, the wisterias are not as vibrant as I had hoped. Looks like I've unlocked more objects for use in creative mode. Fencing, street lights, the poles, traffic cones, and another sign. This is one seed. Not so sure where to put it. I'm not so sure where to put either seed, if I can be honest. I think this would be placed here well. It's quite difficult to squeeze objects into those spaces. It might be easier just to squeeze plants in instead. See if I can place this fence right on the corner here. It seems like that didn't quite place as I had hoped. But this one did. And I can't get this object below it either, unfortunately. Yeah, it doesn't seem so. Try placing it somewhere else. Perhaps stacking it up on this ledge. Second one. Let's see if I can place this third traffic cone without breaking it. Breaking the leaves. Yes, perfect. What are these? So many types of bags. I wonder where these should go. I honestly don't know. Let me see if I can plant this on the terrain below, perhaps. I'm not even sure where I should start with this. Alas, it looks like I can, yes. Ah, that is much larger than I had expected. Can I rotate it in the other direction so that maybe it stands up? Doesn't look like it. Not a problem, I'll just lay it flat. Perhaps on top of the car? And perhaps this one on top of it as well. Don't fall, please. I sincerely hope that it doesn't fall. Destroy all the other beautiful flowers. Even this one. Let's see if I can place more backpacks below this tree without breaking it. Yes, it looks like it does work. And now let's try making use of the outside here. Oh dear. Perhaps in placing that I broke it. Right as it was gonna bloom. Certainly is unfortunate. Let us grow another monstera out here through this tire. Put another backpack next to it as there is on the other one. And another suitcase to the pile here. I want to grow another pothos. That would add nicely. I am honestly not even sure where to place this anymore. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of extra space. Maybe down here? But it doesn't seem to affect much. Maybe over here, right on the metal to add to the industrial aesthetic. And now, start using the space over here perhaps. Oh dear, that's not what I wanted to do at all. I was hoping that I could get it to lay flat just perfectly here on the side. Fortunately, that doesn't seem to work. What if I lay it perhaps over the edge here? It still doesn't work, it's too narrow. Not a problem. I can place them down here. Seems like I'm not generating enough. Not generating enough new things. Maybe it'll help if I add some signage on now? Yes, perfect. I'm going to add the wisteria plant, this time to the back of the car, where there is plenty of space. This time sprouting from the bottom rather than from the top. Once again, trying to place these traffic cones carefully as so not to let them fall over or overlap. Oh dear. That was not carefully. I didn't notice the metal on the ground. Unfortunately. It looks like we can move on to the next scene already. Look at how much growth we've gotten here. And I'll place one last sign. Perhaps I should place it on the outside. If I can. Doesn't seem like it, unfortunately. So the best space I can do is probably further up the pole here. But that is quite the scene. Didn't expect that. You unlock these objects for using creative mode. So we've got the rusted fences next to the road, backpacks, luggage. We did get the van, even though we didn't get the car in the previous one. The warning sign and the construction divider warning. Not sure what that's actually called. Interesting. What is this? I'm not sure how we're supposed to go about this one. What happens if I place it right onto the bottle? Oh, it just grows right over it. Two chairs right on the bench. And two garden gnomes to put right on top of them. If at all possible. No! Carefully. Carefully, carefully, carefully. It is possible. Carefully. Ever so carefully. Also give them some entertainment. What a funny little scene it is. I love this one. They're enjoying their time at the edge of nowhere. I love these expanded scenes so much. They're so pretty. Here it looks like I can once again place more, but it's making me wonder already if I'll be placing things along the walls or along the ground. I suppose we'll find out. I'll place some on this side and some over here. Looks like it's more towards the ground. I'll retrieve this. And perhaps throw it along this rather pointy terrain here. Bizarrely, it's another one of these. I'm hoping very much that it doesn't destroy the plants I've just placed. Unfortunately, it did. So I suppose I'll have to replant it. Position it slightly better this time. More traffic cones. Perhaps go along the edge here. Careful not to fall over. And it looks like we can grow some more. And that asks the question, what do we want to grow? You can fit another one of these into this tire here. And I can once again try and pile tires right around it. To the best of my abilities, at least. Oh no. That is indeed not what I wanted to do. Once again. Now we can place it inside Tire again. Place it around the other side. And I heard more. And there's nothing stopping me from continuing to add to the gnomes either, is there? Perhaps I could give them more to look at as well. I need to be quite careful in these tight spaces not to break the plants. Ah, unfortunate. Perhaps I could put this here. It will affect almost everything. And this way, I can harvest them all. Surprisingly, it's going upwards and not downwards. That's not a problem at all. Now I can also grow things off the sign here. Perhaps place even more traffic cones. Once again, this edge here seems quite hostile. Or maybe it's possible, still. Maybe even on this overhang here. Interesting, isn't it? While it is much slower, it is much more peaceful and satisfying to collect the seeds individually. Perhaps this seed will be growing off the corner of their chairs here. Indeed, would I be able to stick one on the end here? Just so close to the edge, like this. Looks like I can, very much so. I just have to make sure that I don't miss any seeds here. Some of them are a bit hard to see. Don't want to miss any opportunities for growth. Oh, a car. Must be one should grow in. Maybe another two of them. I'll put them both right next to each other in these two lost vehicles. A significant boost. How am I going to place another car on as well? Ah yes, somehow that fits. Just barely. But I also need to start planting more. I can use the vans and the cars that I have just placed as more platforms for plants. Right on the corners. And this? Definitely more could fit. I must not neglect the plants. I must not neglect growing new plants. I could perhaps squeeze another plant in between here. Between the car and this other platform here. Or it may otherwise be too difficult to put anything up. Or even in the tight space between these two cars. Although there's perhaps too many of them. Let's swap once again to the wisteria. And I'll have this one grow on the outside of the car. Now I can begin to make things grow again. Or at least try to. Perhaps the gnomes too would like their own briefcases, suitcases. Where are they going? Who knows, but perhaps they would enjoy it too. I'll give them one too. A tire wouldn't have made it up here. Let's keep the tires down here. Indeed, I'm always nervous when placing the tires. I don't want them to destroy the plants by rolling over. That's what tires do best. It's not the seed that I wanted to plant, but I suppose I will have to swap out first. I wanted to plant a pothos, but this can also go somewhere else. Maybe on the edge here, for example? I'm not entirely sure that grew properly. Doesn't seem like it. I need to replace it. Can it grow sideways? I haven't yet tested that. No, it appears that it can only grow flat. As anticipated. Perhaps I'll give the gnomes a second plant. They deserve some more beauty in their life. And I can once again plant more of those, as I had originally intended to. Off the corner here. And it's possible for me to place more tires just around here. Once again, inspiring these cars. Grow more plants on them. It is indeed hard to spot, especially the pothos buds. Even though they are red on a green plant, it's just, they're very small and they blend in very easily. not even sure that I still have the space to place some of these items. Certainly, this one would be a challenge. And I'll definitely be losing some greenery in the process, but perhaps sometimes sacrifices must be made. That was an unfortunate amount of greenery lost, more than I had expected, by far. But hopefully, I can replace that. And indeed, I can also use the van as something to put these on as well, potentially. I still have wisteria plants there that have yet to grow at all. And it looks like that's what it took to complete the level. But perhaps I'll continue a while, just to get things to grow a little more. I don't think I could fit any more cars on. Looks like that was what it took. It looks like we've unlocked new objects for use in creative mode with the plastic chairs, the beer bottles, the lost concrete supports, the steel rods exposed, pillars, the sign, and a car. But I'm surprised we didn't get the radio boombox or the garden gnomes, which would have been nice to have. And I think I'm gonna end the stream there. We're gonna be unlocking that next time. Thank you for watching.